Danny Flexon here with Richie Woodhall, obviously former world champion and also current consultant coach for the GB amateur squad. Just tell us what the mood's like in the squad at the moment approaching the World Championships.
The mood's good. It's a serious mood, to be quite honest, because they know now it's pretty serious. Although this Worlds isn't as important as it was, say, 6 or 7 months ago, because it was going to be an official qualification for the Olympics, but now that's changed. But nevertheless, you're up against number one Cubans, Kazakhs, Russians. It's going to be very, very difficult. So they know that, you know, they're on the world stage against boxers they could be coming up against in the Olympics. So it's a good testing ground, if anything. But yeah, it's hard at the moment. They're training really, really hard, and they have their good days and they have their bad days. But that's what training is about. It's not easy.
You're an Olympic bronze medalist as well as your great achievements in the professional game. Looking back now, having completed your active career, where does the Olympic medal stand among all your other achievements?
I think it's right up there, to be quite honest, because when you're a world champion as a pro, unless you've got all 4 titles, unless you're the undisputed champion, there's always someone else out there saying that they're a world champion. So with the Olympics, it's a massive sporting occasion, and obviously I got a bronze. There's 2 bronze medals. It's a joint 3rd place, but the whole of the world is there. You got one shot at it, really. Well, we do it, to be quite honest. There's not many that do 2 Olympic cycles. So, yeah, it's right up there. My dad always says, bless him, he's not with us now, my dad, but he always says that my bronze medal was my greatest achievement. So that was something else, because obviously he's seen it from a coach's perspective and from, a parent. But he always says that the bronze was better than my world title. So it's nice, yeah. It's right up there, obviously. Because, like I say, and I was only 20. I was young, and certainly didn't have this type of setup. But yeah, I enjoyed my amateur days immensely. But I was against some of the best in the world, so yeah, great achievement, really.
From the current squad, for people that are out there who've maybe lost touch with the amateur side of the game since 2016 in Rio, who should we be looking out for? Who are our main medal hopes for 2020?
Springs to mind. I think Pat McCormack at 69 is going to be difficult to beat if he gets it right. But I think we've got good kids right the way through the squad. Peter McGrail is a very, very good boy also. Ben Whittaker's coming through, but obviously you've got Sammy Lee as well, who's going to go for Wales in the Worlds, and it's great that we got healthy competition for the places. That's what you need, I think. So Ben Whittaker and Sammy Lee at light heavy, that's a great match-up in terms of who's going for the place. But yeah, they spring out. I think Galal Yafai as well is going to be hard to beat. He's experienced. He has done. This is his second, obviously, Olympic cycle, as it is with Pat, and that's a rare thing. We don't have many that, like I say, do 2 Olympics, but he's got that experience, and he jumps out at me. And also for the girls, I think Lauren Price is in a great position. She beat a very good girl, Nushka Fontaine from Holland in the European Games. That was a tremendous win, because she's been more or less the number one for a while now, Fontaine. So and Lauren's coming at the right time. I think she's going to be hard to beat. She's small for the weight, but she's very explosive and very quick with the feet and the hands. So fingers crossed. You need the draw though at the end of the day, Danny. It's one of those competitions where you need a bit of luck. But I try and say to the guys and the girls, the harder you train, that you get that bit of luck. You just got to keep working hard every day, and then hopefully it'll fall for you in the draw. And like I say, if we do get a good draw with some of the boxers we've got, there's no reason why they can't go all the way.
And speaking of being small for the weight, what sort of impact it had on Galal Yafai and his prospects with the 49 kilo division being eliminated and him having to move up to bantam?
Yeah, well, he's not going to be the biggest of flyweights from light fly to fly. He's not going to be the biggest of flyweights is Galal, but he was always exceptionally strong as a light flyweight, to be quite honest. When he was beaten in the last Olympics, I think he was beaten by a Venezuelan, wasn't it? Martinez, Colombian or Venezuelan, one of those, but he was very, very strong. And that was probably the strongest guy that Galal has fought. Galal says, I just couldn't believe how strong he was. He's an exception to the rule. So overall, Galal's pretty strong at light fly. Moving into flyweight now with no real problems. He's sparring very well against flyweights, and he doesn't seem out of place, and they're not pushing him around still. He's got that front foot pressure style. He's taken that up to fly now, and he's doing really, really well. So I don't think it's going to have such a big impact on him. I think he'll move into the weight, and I think he'll dominate really. And like I say, if he gets a good draw, he could definitely medal.